I'm Tram Mai. Welcome to 12 News Weekend. Each week, we take a look back at some of the most impactful and inspiring stories from our 12 News journalists. Coming up on today's show, 4,000 meals in 9 days. How a Phoenix restaurant owner answered the call for help in Globe after devastating storms. Plus, an Arizona mayor is breaking his silence after a 12 News investigation raised red flags about skyrocketing water bills. But first, a local James Beard nominated chef and a Phoenix food influencer go head-to-head online after a viral video sparks a heated debate. Here's what both sides had to say.
Jenna Lercan knew who was walking into her nationally known French bakery, JL Patisserie.
She's a strong personality.
A food influencer with the TikTok handle of Glamorama.
We recognized her when she came in, and we still were trying to be as generous as possible.
Lercan had already rejected what she said was the influencer's proposal: free food in exchange for a more favorable review.
We've never been told, hey, if you don't agree with this collaboration, the outcome is going to be a lot more negative than if you do.
The review ripped the coffee, quiche, and, quote, super fake pistachio flavor croissant.
We have right here our pistachio paste that is 100% pistachios from Italy.
Lercan's response on TikTok has almost 60 million views.
So it felt like she was constantly diminishing our work, and that's what I took personal. And I really wanted to defend my team.
The social media clapback was also intense.
Glamorama deleted her entire TikTok page except for one video.
I don't think Glamorama, or whatever her name is done with TikTok.
Look, here comes the consequence.
We can't show you TikTok posts by Aurora Griffo, aka Glamorama, because she's pulled them down. In a statement to 12 News, Griffo said, "It's been a difficult few days. We no longer feel safe in our home and decided to leave the state we've fallen in love with." She also said some of Lercan's statements were false. In Phoenix, Bram Resnick, 12 News.
Why are we seeing these across the valley right now?
We're seeing them now because, as you know, Arizona is dry and hot and the temperature has cooled a little bit, and we just got a historic amount of rain. And so that's why we're seeing them pop up right now. They love the moisture and they like those slightly cooler temperatures.
Mike Decter, executive director of the Arizona Mushroom Society, says while they may look like sudden visitors, mushrooms are actually just the fruiting bodies of something that's underground year-round.
Most people, they think when they, kick over a mushroom or they pick a mushroom, like that's the organism. But actually the organism is underground the whole time. We don't see it. It's these small threads that are about 1/5 the width of a hair that are integrated into the soil.
Once they pop up, mushrooms release spores into the air, a key part of their reproduction cycle.
When those spores meet another spore, then they can create another organism.
Decter says 2 species are especially common in the valley right now.
The desert shaggy mane, that's the common name. On lawns, especially like on irrigated lawns, we see a lot of Chlorophyllum molybdetes, or the vomiter or the sickener. That one will make you vomit profusely to the point where you'll become dehydrated. And so it's actually responsible for the most hospitalizations than any mushroom that we know about because of that. And so, yeah, if you see those in your yard, it's probably a good idea to pick them so your dog or kid doesn't eat them.
These mushrooms won't last forever, but they could be around for a little longer.
Mid-November, unless we get any more moisture, they'll probably all be gone.
The Arizona Mushroom Society says the best time for wild mushroom hunts is usually in the mountains near the end of monsoon season. In Phoenix, Kyle Simchuk, 12 News.
This is the Gilbert police drone video from April. Police say 2 teens were riding illegal electric motorbikes. So police initiated a traffic stop, but you see right there, shockingly, With the marked vehicle flashing lights, it wasn't enough to stop the two riders. They take off, speeding through Gilbert streets. You can see the two teens fly by a car while trying to escape. Their attempt so dangerous for themselves and anyone else who drives by. Officers then eventually catching up to them, making an arrest. Gilbert police sharing the video on social media to send a safety message. They got more than 1 million views.
We clearly want to send the message that this isn't a game. It's not fun. Just as we put in the post, if you run, you're done, and we'll ruin that fun. Because when you take off from police, it's not a matter of getting clicks. It's not a matter of getting ticks. It's not a thing where our youth should be bragging about it to their friends on social media or anything like that.
So the electric bike and motorbike crackdown is a community-wide effort. The town of Gilbert is running a Know Your Ride campaign. It's aimed at helping the community understand what is legal and what's not when buying electric bikes, e-bike and electric motorcycles. They can look really similar when they're actually very different. The campaign explaining an electric motorcycle or motor-driven cycle rather goes faster than e-bikes, usually more than 30 miles per hour. And there are no pedals. So knowing the rules is important because the wrong kind of riding, doing that illegally, it can be an arrest, it can be fines, and a whole lot more problems.
Arizona's empowerment scholarships are opening new doors. See how this state-funded program is creating fresh opportunities and changing lives for the better. That inspiring story is straight ahead. We'll be right back.
Get the latest Arizona news from 12 News on demand 24 hours a day with 12 Plus. Stream breaking news, weather impact alerts,
the excessive heat warning,
Momcast with Emma Jade,
help protect our kids online,
sports reports,
the Cardinals for the Suns,
Diamondbacks,
the biggest stories of the week on Weekend, and more.
Here at 12 News, we strive to bring you the very best journalism in the Valley.
12 Plus is a convenient way for you to watch 12 News on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV devices.
In all of our hearts as journalists beats the idea that the truth is our North Star, and we are always digging for the truth.
Why isn't your chief of police here?
Mark Curtis on 12 News and streaming on the 12 Plus app.
Meet Lance, Mom Kelly, Caden, Emmeline, and McKinsley. Kelly, who specialized in music at BYU, Idaho, began homeschooling when Lance, the oldest, was 5. The 15-year-old is autistic. She said the family had a bad experience at traditional public schools in Houston and the West Valley. She started homeschooling him.
So you started with Lance.
We did.
And then these guys came along.
These guys came along, and we just kind of followed suit. We really enjoyed homeschooling.
Kelly said the family tapped into Arizona's ESA program several years ago. She said it provides the funding for them to do online courses, tutoring, and specialized classes.
ESA has been a significant blessing for our family. Our family has, because our children are so neurodiverse, they learn very differently. I have kids with autism and learning disabilities. So because of ESA, we're able to cater to each of the child's unique needs.
The Department of Education told 12 News that about 15% of all ESA kids are homeschooled. That translates into about 14,000 Arizona children. Kelly said her family utilizes OutSchool, an online program that provides a wide array of virtual classes. Kelly said OutSchool has provided numerous history classes for Lance and musical composition courses for McKinsley.
Have you ever heard the story?
The 13-year-old girl even has a YouTube channel with some songs, and she likes the flexibility of being homeschooled.
It's nice because we finish earlier, and so I can practice all the things that, I feel like I'm better at.
3 of the 4 kids love music, and they gave us a mini concert. Kelly pointed out that no ESA money went to buy the family instruments, although that is allowed under state ESA rules.
I don't agree with the fraud that is happening. I understand why that's upsetting to people, but I feel like most parents like myself are trying our best to utilize the funds in a way that's going to help our children to succeed.
Meanwhile, homeschooling allows the siblings to work together on their business, Kids Busy Bees Boutique. They showed me some of the items they made, which are sold online or at farmers markets.
It's a walk Amber Aros has taken countless times, right up to the front door of a complete stranger.
They let me come in, we walk through the home, and then we set up a plan for their cleaning, whether they want monthly cleanings or bi-weekly cleanings.
As the owner of Sincerely Cleaning, that's how her interactions with prospective clients usually go. But back on September 23rd, the owner of this Phoenix home near 23rd Street and Indian School had other ideas.
When he opens the door, he's just standing there, kind of like presenting himself, and he says, I'm not too sure how you feel about this or how comfortable you are with this.
The man behind the door, Eddie Gonzalez, a well-known real estate broker here in Arizona. Earlier that morning, the pair scheduled a mutually agreed-upon time and date to come by and inquire about cleaning his home. According to a Phoenix police report, Eddie admitted that he wasn't wearing any clothes when Amber approached the front door, but he claimed he was expecting his masseuse at the door and called the entire thing a, quote, misunderstanding.
Do you believe him?
Not at all.
Even if anyone believes his excuse that it was the masseuse, I don't know how that's appropriate in any fashion. So even the way that he's justifying it in his own mind is problematic, that, oh, no, this was my masseuse. It's not a big deal. There's a lot of problems there.
Wednesday, I paid a visit to Eddie's home, standing in front of the same door Amber did in hopes of getting his side of the story, but nobody answered. We have been able to reach his company, Create Advisors. They tell 12 News that he no longer works for the company. They say he was terminated after they had found out what he had done. His actions now impacting Amber's day-to-day life, changing the way she does business.
I've been having a lot of anxiety, just going out back into work, getting new clients. I haven't yet gone to a new client to take them on just because of the fear that's set in.
I feel that he took advantage of the situation at hand.
She's also taken to social media telling her story in hopes it deters Eddie from doing this again.
I feel that this is probably not the first time that he's done it, and I'm sure that if he doesn't get reprimanded, then it won't be the last time.
Inside Fraser's Smokehouse in Phoenix,
that brisket's going to smoke for about 13 hours.
Owner George Fraser is usually busy feeding and greeting customers.
There you go.
But last month, his kitchen turned into a lifeline for a town in crisis.
Kyle, I woke up and saw the devastation there in Globe and got up to make sure my friend's family was okay.
That friend is a partner at 3 of Fraser's Valley restaurants, including the Smokehouse, Mrs. Chicken, and Fraser's Tavern. He wanted to feed first responders, so within hours, Fraser had a team on the way.
I called our friend Eric Stoltz, who owns Willie's Taco Joint downtown, and Eric let us borrow his food truck. I contacted Jerry, who's with OBR, that's Operation Barbecue Relief.
Operation Barbecue Relief is a Missouri-based nonprofit that deploys to disaster zones. It was their first time mobilizing in Arizona. Within hours, Fraser and other volunteers were cooking up hot meals for first responders, families, and those who lost their homes. Fraser says they whipped up 400 to 500 meals a day for 9 days straight.
So we did burgers the first 2 days. We did barbecue the next 2 days. Then we did an Asian chicken and rice, enchiladas on Thursday, Friday we did Italian.
Fraser estimates he personally spent several $1,000s buying food and supplies before donations and Operation Barbecue Relief stepped in to help cover costs.
I was more concerned with helping the people out than what it was going to cost. They were so humble and so grateful for everything. felt so bad for the devastation, and everybody was just so grateful, and everybody really pitched in.
Now back in the Valley running his 3 restaurants, Frazier says Globe reminded him why he got into this business in the first place.
It made us all feel good.
In Phoenix, Kyle Simchuk, 12 News.
Weekdays on 12 News. Watch Tram Mai and Troy Hayden on 12 News at 4. Then it's Caribe Divine and Troy on 12 News at 5. Followed by Mark Curtis and Caribe Divine for 12 News at 6 and 10. Weekdays on 12 News and streaming on 12 Plus.
By all accounts, he's a guardian angel. This stranger waking up the Quesada family just before 4 in the morning in this Chandler neighborhood.
So when I heard the banging, I kind of got scared. I didn't know who was banging on our door.
Lillian Quesada and her husband and kids credit the man for saving them.
We don't know who the civilian was, but we're so grateful for him.
Early Friday, the fourplex where the family lives caught fire while everyone was asleep. The family got out fast, and there wasn't much time. Sparks can be seen in the doorway where the family escapes.
Thank you.
In the aftermath, some of the rooms are gutted, burned by the fire, walls and ceilings destroyed, where firefighters had to punch holes to do their job.
All their toys are burnt, literally. The crib, the baby's crib, burnt.
The family and their 2 kids are staying nearby with a relative. How the fire started is not known. Firefighters believe it began in the back patio. The heat so intense, this light fixture, now a tragic work of art.
He's shaking. It's okay, baby.
Everyone is traumatized, but safe. The Quesadas will leave behind this home as a rental. This family motto hung on their wall now has new meaning. Eventually, home will be somewhere new.
Look, babe.
Wherever they end up, the family takes with them memories of a stranger. There for them in the most dangerous moment of their lives.
He was just making sure we were all safe, and I think he was like in a rush to go to work. I'm not sure what happened, but he gave us all a hug and he just left, and we didn't get to get his name, his number.
Joe Dana, 12 News.
If you live in Gilbert and have spent any time on social media this month, an unexplainable increase in many residents' water bills have dominated the conversation.
We've had our house tested now, and there is no leak. There's nothing.
It began with Gilbert homeowner Nancy Stipp questioning why her water consumption spiked some 1,000% this past month. Her usual 29,000 gallons of water used every month skyrocketed to nearly 300,000 gallons of water. The town said her meter was incorrectly reading 1 gallon of water as 10. The town reinstalled the meter and adjusted her bill. Is there a concern that other people are having that happen to them as well?
Sure. And we'd encourage them to contact us. If there's any thought that something like that is happening, let us know right away, because we can address it.
Nancy's problem was an issue with the AMI system. These are smart water meters that are billed as a quicker and more technologically advanced way to read somebody's water usage. Thousands of these have been installed throughout Gilbert in the last 5 years.
This is just looking at technology that was available that would make that easier to read and to record, rather than sending out personnel to take care of that, which may be much more inefficient. But with that, with technology comes glitches, and so we've got to figure that out.
Mayor Anderson isn't ready to say that the other AMI meters are failing across the town. He says to this point, only 2 people in total have contacted the town with concerns over a potentially faulty reading. He said they won't know the full scope of the issue until more homeowners reach out.
It is crazy. Thousands of dollars. That's just, when they didn't pay anything like that in the past. There's a problem. There's a problem there. There's something wrong, and we need to help them understand what it is.
Howdy from Fort McDowell. We're trading horsepower for actual horses to roll the old-fashioned way. Vast views, desert vibes, and Wild West feels. Giddy up, we're going on a ride you won't forget.
Come on, girl. It's good therapy.
Anytime you can be on a horse or around a horse. Get out of the busy city, relax and get back to nature.
Troy, what makes the wagon rides here at Fort McDowell so special?
The scenic view is unbeatable. I mean, we're out here on the reservation where there's nothing around us for a few miles, and it's just raw open land. You're seeing nature at its finest here in Arizona. Well, I'm gonna turn right here and see if we can see the river. There's a chance of seeing wild horses out here. These got a lot of coyotes and bobcats.
When is the best time of day to come for a ride?
Well, I'm a morning person, so I love the 9 o'clock or the 11 o'clock. The afternoons are beautiful. Down by the river, you'll see more of the animals down there because they're shading up and trying to get down where it's a little bit cooler, but there's really not a bad one.
Tell us about the history of the stables at Fort McDowell Adventures.
I've started out here in October of '91, and we've just evolved it. Started with 17 horses, and we're up to about 70 head now. We've had riders from just about every corner of the world come and ride with us.
Do the horses have names and personalities?
Oh, every one of them. Yeah, they're just like a bunch of teenagers in high school. This is Harriet and Maggie. These are a team of Percheron draft horses. Harriet always thinks she has to be somewhere else, and Maggie's just happy to be here.
In addition to wagon rides, what other experiences do you offer?
We do trail rides down through the river. We do mock cattle drives where you can come out and actually drive a herd of cattle out across the desert. And that's a lot of fun, very interactive.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa, whoa, girls, whoa.
If you enjoyed your ride, don't forget to kiss your horse and tip your guide. At the stables at Fort McDowell Adventures, Crystal Long, 12 News.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And a quick reminder, new episodes of 12 News Weekend premiere every Friday on 12+. You can also catch up on past episodes anytime on the app. Just download 12+ on your Apple TV, Fire TV, or Roku, and you can watch for free. I'm Tram Mai. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend.
This weather is why we live here. But winter storms impact the whole state.
12 News Weather Impact keeps you safe and ready on Weather Impact Alert days. When roads turn icy,
When those snowy trails call, if your flight could be delayed,
or when cold, rainy days impact your commute.
stay safe on those Weather Impact Alert days.
12 News Weather Impact in every newscast and streaming on 12+.
Valor, dedication, sacrifice. Members of our military make a positive impact on our communities long after they take off the uniform. That's why Simplify Heating and Cooling is proud to join 12 News in honoring those who serve. We're seeking nominations for those who inspire, who give, and who protect. Share their story and help us shine a light on their selfless service. Nominate your hero today at 12news.com/those who serve. Let's celebrate the brave men and women who give so much for our freedom.